Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome, Christopher James from Oryx Consulting. Well, a very special Slinger Sunday today. Now that we have our AT7 here in Dubai, we thought we would take the opportunity and show you over the machine and also tell you what the machine is. If you're a new follower to any of our social media, we'll give you a very good overview of what the machine is and also what it can do. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. What is the AT7? It's a high-speed material placing machine. AT stands for all-terrain, so it's a four-wheel drive, three-way steering machine that we can put all kinds of materials into the back of, okay, into the hopper up on the top there, and then we've got a high-speed placing belt that will move our material either at very fast, very high volumes or very fast speeds to give us a long distance, okay? This particular machine has a 14-inch wide placing belt on it. Now this will do up to 3.5 cubic meters per minute on a high volume application. It will also do up to 35 meters in distance, depending on the material that you're using and depending in the environment that you're using it in, okay? The CAS machine runs nothing but quality components throughout the machine. So what do I mean by that? It runs a Caterpillar C7.1 Tier 3 engine. Okay, this comes in on this particular model at 202 horsepower. It's coupled to all the latest and greatest German and USA hydraulic components. So it's running things like Lindy pumps, Sauer Danfoss hydraulic motors. It's running Hauer components as well. There is a lot Hyver products as well. There is a lot of the very good quality German and USA components throughout this machine. It's running a Omnex radio control system, which is manufactured by the Eaton group of companies as well. CAS, when they manufacture their components, the actual the upper hopper and the lower chassis, shall we say, all of these components, once they are fabricated together, are blasted and then they are powder coated. So what does this mean? This means that anywhere where there is a hole that is drilled through has already been powder coated before anything's assembled. So nothing is drilled after it is powder coated. So there's very good corrosion protection with this unit. These units run a high flotation tyre. Now CAS have just changed the size of the tyre. They now run a 22.5-inch tyre. Of course, if you're in some very soft underground conditions, there is another next level up flotation tyre, some of the ones that we use in Singapore for some of the conditions that they have over there. This is a very good happy medium that they have now. And it's having the larger diameter tyre offers some better stability issues and some better flotation issues as well. They run ZF German axles underneath it and Poplane drives to those axles as well. Very good hydraulic drive system. The machine itself is a radio controlled machine, okay? So what does that mean? That means that you can stay out of harm's way operating this machine. You don't need to have yourself in the danger zone, shall we say. So you can run up and down on banks and batters and things like that. You can also run them in some areas where, like in Singapore, the flotation issues are very trying, and you don't want to put man and machine in those areas where you have the potential of sinking. These machines have a 900-foot range with the radio control. Now, I personally have never been in an area where we have run out of range operating these. Of course, you want to be close to the machine, but you can also stay away from the noise of the machine as well, which is very important these days for looking after your workers' hearing and things like this. This machine also is set up with one of the options of the high pressure wash system. Now this is a hydraulically driven squeeze pump, has a water tank on there and a hose reel with a high pressure nozzle for cleaning down the unit. Why do we need something like this? This machine will move all kinds of materials. Now anything, we'll start with the lighter materials, something that you would use in landscaping. So compost, barks, some mulches, soils, and applications like this. Moving into construction materials, we'll move sands, soil again, gravel, rock to 3" or 75 millimeters in the new scale. We've used them with wet concrete before. We've used them with stabilized sands before. We've even used them in the agricultural industry where we've used them with grain before as well. So especially things like stabilized sands and wet concretes, it's very, very important we clean down the machine at the end of our shift or in between loads in some cases where we might have a longer than normal waiting period. Okay, so this machine has a water tank on there, a high pressure squeeze pump as well for cleaning down that material. So very, very important for looking after your machine and again your preventative maintenance of that machine. One of the things that CAS really pride themselves on, now this is over and above their build quality, their durability and the applications of use for their machinery. One of the things is the smooth operation of their equipment. Now, this is through years and years and years of getting real data from the field, from using different types of components, using different manufacturers, and for the likes of the radio control. This is a very, very small, very, very light radio control. Now, some of the areas where they've really put some time and some great technology into is the placing conveyor itself. The smooth operation of this. One of the areas in how they do this is the actual, let me take you around and I'll show you how the slew function works on the CAS run a hydraulic motor into a worm drive. Now this will give you the smoothest type of operating of this slew function itself. It's a very, very high torque ring gear in this. This allows you to have this 19-foot conveyor full of material, which obviously will add a lot of weight to this and still function as it would if there was no weight on there. I've never been in an application where I've wanted for more horsepower, more torque, more hydraulic power out of this machine. They've really put a lot of thought into it and a lot of technology into this as well. And this doesn't happen overnight. This comes from years and years and years of being in the field, operating these and always trying to be better than they were the year before. Something that CAS really take a lot of pride in and really want to nail it. They really want you as an operator, as an owner, to know that you have the best equipment on the market. It's very, very important for the team at CAS to understand how the operators use these machines and how they want to make them better in the future. CAS are also customizing their machinery for the customer as well, which is very, very important. The USA right now is in winter, the same as we are here in the United Arab Emirates. The winter in the US is quite a bit different to the winter that we have here. Now, I do have a coat on today, but it's only about 20 degrees Celsius here, which is 60, low 60s in the USA. So you might think I'm a bit crazy, but it is quite cool for me here today. So CAS bringing the machinery over here, what do we do for the machinery, for the equipment that comes here? We put a higher grade hydraulic oil in here. So this will run a 68 grade hydraulic oil, which handles temperatures 50 degrees and plus for this region, Celsius that is. We also run a larger hydraulic oil cooler as well. Very, very important because this is a full hydrostatic machine, which means completely run hydraulically. It's very, very important that we have the right grade of oil and the right cooling capacity for these temperatures that we have over here. The other thing that CAS do is they run a hydraulic tank that is over and above what is required. Okay, so we have a great deal of hydraulic oil in there, and we cool it very, very efficiently. We run a hydraulically driven cooling fan on these AT7s these days, which is also reversible, which helps in the cleaning out process of the actual the cooling fins of that oil cooler. So look guys, I hope that's been a pretty good Slinger Sunday for us this week. Of course we'll do some more posts with all things Slingers as we always do, but we just wanted to bring you in and tell you, what do we use Slingers for? They're a high-speed material placing machine. So anywhere where you need to place material at large volumes or great distances, we would use a Slinger machine. So everything from landscaping to civil construction, backfilling of things like drainage and water pipelines where you're using imported material, backfilling of cable trenches, which is very, very big here in the Emirates as well, and also an overview of the machine and the build quality of the machine. These aren't just a toy just because they've got a radio control. These are a serious piece of equipment that do some pretty serious work in some very, very harsh conditions as well. So Slinger Sunday this week with the machine in the background. We're super, super pumped about this. If you've got any questions at all about this machinery, you want to come and have a look at the machine here in Dubai, reach out to us at any of our social media platforms. Jump on our website, www.oryxcon.com, and we've got all of our contact details there. So we're really, really impressed by having and super happy that we have this machine here. So thank you very much guys, and all the best, and if you're in Australia, happy Australia Day.